Alright, what's up everybody? This is my Dark Souls 3 boss tier list. I did a recent playthrough, kind of a while ago though. Not that long ago, I will say. I just didn't get around to making this video. But we're gonna do it. So starting off with Ludex Gundyr. Ludex Gundyr is a fantastic first boss. Not too hard, not too difficult. Just right, you know what I'm saying? Get the middle bear. Just right. But yeah. If you are new to Dark Souls games and you don't know anything about them, you just heard that they're kind of hard. This is definitely like an awakening moment for you. You definitely like opened your third eye in this boss fight, especially when that man turned into Venom, and just you were just sitting there like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna put this in B tier. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in B tier. All right, so Vort, the best way I can describe Vort is if like you and your homie are going to a club and your homie spots a 10 out of 10 Latina in the back, and he's like, damn, let me go in, and then you see out of your corner of the eye Jason Kelly of a girl coming through trying to cock block my boy, and you just come in there like Ray Lewis, like, and you stop him. So that's the best way to describe Vort. So I'm gonna put him in B tier as well. Curse of the Rotted, great wood. There's only one way I ever think about this boss, and it's like if you have an obese grandmother with Alzheimer's stumbling around looking for her kitten that died when she was 17 years old. That's what Cursed Rotted Greatwood is, and I've got to put him in C tier because of it. Yeah, there's also times, and I remember in the first playthrough where this man was just fucking me up, and I couldn't do anything about it. My friends went through it first try, and I'm sitting over here like I envy y'all success right now, man, because I was getting fucked. This man started throwing his nut sacks at me. I played it like 7 times, and that move never came out. And my friends never saw that move either, and they were just like, "What are you talking about? You're making that up." I'm like, "Dude is literally throwing nut sacks at me, dog." And yeah, so it wasn't fun first time, but it's easy. It's just easy. Crystal Sage is like, there's no way to describe this boss except for ass. She just kept on throwing shit out there. And it was like, okay, keep being a bitch. There's no good way to describe this boss, but I'm gonna put her in D tier because it shouldn't say Crystal Sage. It should say Crystal Meth. Deacons of the Deep. Deacons of the Deep is like fighting a bandwagon, dude. It's like fighting the Swifties. You're just not gonna accomplish it unless you go after the head. And even then, it's hard because if you take down like three of the followers of the cult, 15 more pop back up, and they just look at you like you're it, and they come after you. So because of that, I'm putting it C tier. Abyss Watchers. Abyss Watchers is it's one of my favorites. I gotta be honest with you. It's one of my favorite bosses because it embodies self-hatred, and it's just like you're sitting there, you're talking to yourself, another part of you pops up and it's talking to you. You're like, hey yo, what's up with you? And it's like, no, I'm cool with you, but who's that? And another one of you pops up and is like, I'm gonna fuck all of you. Ah! So I'm gonna put him in S tier because of that. I'll put him in A tier because I do mess with that. Old Demon King. Um, you know, there's only one way to describe this boss, and he's just the bonker. You know, he just gets his wooden stick and he's just like, you know. Um, and it was pretty tilting. I'm not gonna lie when I first was fighting him because he was fucking me up. I'm not gonna lie to you, he was messing me up. But eventually, when I did beat him, the same feeling I felt was probably felt by Saitama when he finally won the rock paper scissors thing and he got the hammer and just went so yeah, I'm gonna put him in C tier for that one. High Lord Wolnir. This recent playthrough I had, I think High Lord Wolnir made me the most pissed off. He a bitch for real though. He really is. The way that man just be spawning skeletons who just want your meat is incredible. You know, I think I think it's pretty whack personally. Just the way they come after your cock and balls to just castrate you. It's pretty whack. And then also Wolnir over here has this like little mist behind him, and then some of his attacks he'll be like, "Nah, I'm gonna put my hand right here." And you have to attack his hands, by the way, if you didn't know that. You have to attack his hands to be able to kill him. And this guy just puts his hands back here, and if you go back there, the mist starts killing you instantly, and you're like, you know what I mean? It's like walking into a smoker's den. You just like get absolutely blasted by some rays of cancer. So I'm gonna put him in D tier for that one. Yorm the Giant, not gonna lie, I'm personally not like the biggest fan, but he's tall, which I respect, you know, and I think the best part about this fight is when the onion dude comes in, who looks like an onion, but also looks like a glove of garlic, if that makes any sense. He comes in, he's just like, "Hello, old friend." That's like the coolest part about this boss fight, in my opinion. So because of that, I'm probably gonna put C tier. Pontiff Sullivan. In my first playthrough, this is the boss that made me want to like blow up an orphanage. It made me want to go to a hospital and go to the newborns ward and just turn off life support. Basically, that's what I got from this fight right here. Yeah, so it's just not good. It's just that dude be throwing out shit all the time, and then it sucks even more because if you were going anything besides dex or strength, you would get absolutely blasted when he pulls out that second shadow form, and then they just start raw dogging you, going double team. It felt like when what are those two? I don't watch Jujutsu Kaisen all that much, but it's that exact scene where the rip dude and then the main character just start fighting that wood person. That's exactly what it feels like with Pontiff going against you. So I'm going to put her in D tier because of my pure hatred for that. Aldrich, I hate her on a personal level. Like, whoever made her, I'm going to hate you too. Just the way she be out here like, and just creating magic that's going to seek into your life. It's just offensive. Just the way that she works. And then if it's like second phase, but it's not a second phase, it's like you get half health her and she's on fire now. And she just like be pushing you. She misses all of her attacks whenever it's a melee attack. But anytime she does do an attack melee, it's always gonna push your body into the fire, so it's gonna like F you up. And that's just so shitty. And then also she'll get a magic arrow and just be like, hey, and then that shit just be all over your body. I'm personally, I hated that, because it's just consistent. It's there for like an hour and a half. You have to run around like around the rosy, but you're about to freaking drop, so don't even worry about that much. So I'm putting her D tier because I hate you, bitch. Dancer of the Boreal Valley just needs to eat it like a sandwich, so I'm putting her A tier. Dragon Slayer armor. There's not much to say about Dragon Slayer armor except for that he's just cool. Like if I had to think of the Chads of this game as bosses, I'm thinking like Dragon Slayer armor, Gundyr, Luddixer champion. They're both cool. I think they're both cool. But yeah, so like I think those are just like the Chads, and Dragon Slayer's a Chad. So I'm gonna go ahead and put him in B tier. Cause he's just there. He's a weightlifter, you know it. He's like the bigger, blacker version of Samuel Solik. There's nothing really much to say. So yeah, that's the Dragon Slayer armor. Osiros. This is what I know exactly what happened to Osiros, and everybody like clowns on him, but like I don't. I pity him because I know what happened to him. This is what happens. So he's obviously a dragon, right? and he had a dragon wife, and they was banging. She was a baddie apparently, and they have birth to a little dragon son. He's cool, but eventually, Dragon Osiris here was working his 9 to 5, grueling. Well, it's not really 9 to 5, but he's doing work, and it's just grueling work. He comes back super tired, and then he comes back to his dragon wife banging another dude who's a salamander, and Osiris like, hey yo, what? And then she's like, oh yeah, divorce papers, bitch. And then she don't work, right? She just took care of the kid. And then all of a sudden, she get the house, she get the kids, she get half of whatever the hell Osiris was making, and then more in alimony. And it's just like Osiris is like, what the fuck, right? And then he has to move to the projects in order to able to live in a house, right? And then all of a sudden, there's a crackhead next door. He eventually fell in and bought some crack, used it a little bit because he was feeling a little sad or something, was needing a little pick me up. And then all of a sudden he finds out that Dragon Wife is moving to Belarus or some shit with New Salamander, and they're about to start a life over there with their $1 million mansion, and she's still getting alimony for some whatever the hell reason. And then Osiris is just like, Argh! So because of that, I'm putting him D tier because you're a loser. All right, Champion Gundyr. The best way to describe this is if you've seen Gladiator, the scene where he's like, are you not entertained? Are you? Are you not entertained? I can do better. So because of that, I'm putting A tier because he's an awesome ass dude. Also a Chad, mentioned beforehand, but I'm gonna mention it again. Lothric and Lorien. This is Lothric and Lorien are bros. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this bro combo needs to be added to the standard archetype list. If you know what I'm saying. You got fat bro, skinny bro, tall bro, short bro, rich bro, not rich bro. You got the funny bro and the not funny bro, but the not funny bro also kind of funny sometimes because the not funniness become it's just out of pocket sometimes. And this one right here is you got the retarded bro who's crawling around on all fours. And he's just so mentally impaired that he's mute. And then you also have the paraplegic bro on top who knows magic. I feel like that just needs to be added to the archetypal list. So I'm going to put him in A tier. Soul of Cinder is not to get controversial or anything, but this is definitely the female of Dark Souls bosses. Because as we know from that one song in the early 2000s, you change your mind like a girl changes clothes, and this is the person who's changing their clothes because this person's like, I don't know if I should commit to fighting you this way, so I'm gonna change it up real quick. I'm gonna go from sword to spear to scimitar to magic. I might even roll back around, maybe go back to spear a little bit, maybe just fuck you like that, So I'm gonna put her in B tier just because you a bitch. Demon Prince. Okay. Love this boss. Absolutely adore it. I'm going to go ahead and just Weech S tier. Demon Prince is great. I love how they handled two people as a boss fight. I love how they handled it. It just felt amazing. I feel like this is a great way to do a boss fight with two people. You know what I'm saying? However, in mentioning this boss, I have to mention that the second phase where they both combine depends on which one you kill first. And on the second phase, you can either get the melee form or the magic form. The melee form is beatable. The magic form feels like I can't say it on the internet. It's just bad. It's like,
darling. Winston, darling.
Boom. Ancient Wyvern. It's a boss fight like Yhorm the Giant, so I mean naturally it's not great or hype. What I will say though is I love the fact that he's just trying to fuck with you while you just rolling around basically, and eventually you get on top of him. Pause. And then you jump down, you're like, kind of a fan of that. I think it was better than Yorm the Giant, personally, on a personal level. I know a lot of people are going to hate on me for that, but what I got to say to y'all is suck my dick, basically. Dark Eater Midir. This is the thing about you, Dark Eater Midir.
20 minutes later.
He a bitch. So, D tier. I hate him. Nameless King. This is the biggest letdown. The biggest letdown in gaming for me, personally. The biggest. Everybody hyping up Nameless King like he's the guy. He's the one who's going to fuck you. He's the best. He's the hardest boss in the game. No. I'm putting it out here now. D tier. D tier purely because of the letdown. Like, if it's actual fight, I'm putting him B tier. But because of the letdown, I'm putting in D tier. The hardest part about this boss fight was fighting the effing cameraman. Trying to get him on your side. Like, you're fighting, and then all of a sudden you have to pause the game and be like, hey, yo, dog, help me. Please. Look at him. I'm trying to look at him. Right? And the camera's just not cooperating. So, like, if he gives him the drag, he's on the drag, and the dude just tries to jump over you to try and hit you with some shit, the camera's just like, I give up, dog. And you're like, really? Really? And you're trying to look everywhere, trying to find him, and all of a sudden, he's just over you. And then all of a sudden, you look like that one William Dafoe meme where he's just like, oh. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Boom. Second part of the fight, easy as hell. I don't even want to talk about the second part. This thing, D tier or C tier. There's nothing much to say about this fight. It's a girl with her dog, and you just beat the shit out of both of them and like steal their money. It's not that big of a deal. I'm putting you D tier. Half-Life. I'm putting you D tier as well, dude. That spawned in a lot of hatred for me, just from the way they just keep spawning in magic. It keeps coming after you. I just saw this fat girl on the side. I just want to mention that real quick, too. That was bad. Anyways, yeah, that's about Half-Life. Half-Light, whatever. Sister Freed. I know a lot of people like Sister Freed. I'm personally going to put her in B tier. I like how the fight was three things, and the third one was kind of interesting because we've never seen that before. The third phase, I mean. The first phase, I wasn't like messing with it all that much because I didn't really like the whole invisibility mechanic in the fight. I don't know if you're supposed to have headphones on or something like that. I didn't do it with headphones, so I just kind of was like, I'm going to guess where the hell she is. If she knocks over a pot or something, I'm going to just go over there and try to hit her. But usually it would just be like, I'm getting fucked. Second phase was pretty chill and easy. The third phase, I mean, I must have blocked part of it from my memory. Because all I remember from the third phase is her pulling out some magic bullshit. And her just going like, Roo! And then all of a sudden, just like a tsunami of fire comes over me. That's basically all I remember from the third phase. But somehow I got past it. And I applaud myself for it. Alright, the last one. We're going to have to change up the listing here, baby. Whoa! Whoa! Alright, we're going to add a row above, right? And we're going to call this one Gale. Because that's where this mofo needs to be. Gale is the best boss fight in gaming, in my opinion. This man was deliciously good. Pause. You know what? No pause. I'd suck his dick. This man was so fine. It was a great fight. Man's cake was acting like Spawn, just coming around the side and hitting you. He could have had like chains come on, and I'd be like, hey, I'm down for the S&M. All right. I'm getting real gay right now. But he's the best boss fight. You know, he'd put out the crossbow like he's putting out a gat. You know, that was nice. He comes out with the sword. You know, that was cool. You got magic shits coming all over you. Pause again. Damn, dude. What the shit? Damn. But yeah, there's that fat chick again. Ugh. All right. Yeah, but that's Gale. You know, he's just the best. So that's my Dark Souls 3 boss tier list. I wish everybody, yeah, have a great day. This is the best tier list. So eat my cock.